All right.
All right, what's up, team? So Mitch is going to be holding it down for a little bit this morning. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. How's everybody doing today? Let's see. I got some stocks that look good, man. ASUR looks all right. NIO's gapping up. WKHS is gapping up. WKHS is a penny stock that's tradable as well, so that one looks interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, we got a few
Workhorse.
options. But yeah, I'm gonna throw you up, Mitch, and I'll be back, team.
All right. Yeah, man.
Daddy, can I blow that? Can I blow that?
No, not right now, bud. Should I let?
All right. Oh, good morning, traders. What's going on, guys? How we doing? Mitch from Beginner Trading here. Just getting the morning started here. Gonna go through what I kind of do in the mornings. A lot of times I'm here a little bit later. Around this time is really when I connect. Really where I want to go ahead and find my news. Go ahead and get my catalyst and find what I want to trade. So let's look around. Let's try to find what catalyst we find, what big time catalyst there is, and then we'll take a look at some of these stocks that are just on the gappers list. Let's let them build up so they can show us which ones are the best ones. Right now, the top three: WKHS, ASUR, and NIO. A little bit later, towards 8:40, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at those three stocks, see if they're still the top gappers, and we'll go through them. All right, now a little bit deeper news today. We're going to be talking about the U.S. blacklisting 28 Chinese entities. So this is from New York Times. The U.S. blacklisted 28 Chinese entities over abuse. The Trump administration added 28 more companies to the blacklist. One of the companies that he added to that is going to be AMBA. If you guys look at AMBA, this is Ambarella. Ambarella actually had good earnings a short while ago, so this actually made it gap up here. It gapped from a close of 47.37 all the way up to 56.90. So 56.90 was the gap up. I'm expecting this maybe to close all the way down there to the gap down, which was $46. Right now we're at 49.48. This is definitely what I'm going to be watching as the negative news or unexpected negative news has come and hit it. I think I see resistance on this stock at 56.63. I could see a bounce towards the area of 51.25, but then I can see this one definitely fading down. Yeah, WHR. I'll go ahead and I'll take a look for you. I got you, Alex. All right. So really, um, you know, one of the one of the biggest companies that are getting hit are going to be a Hikvision and Duyo Technology, two of the world's largest manufacturer in video surveillance product. And where these companies are going to get hit is on semiconductors that make them, like Ambarella. Ambarella makes these chips for these video companies, and now they're gonna one of their biggest kind of providers is not going to be able to provide for them no more. Okay, and then let's go into a little bit more. Let's see what else we got out here. Good morning, guys. I hope you guys have a great coffee right now. Getting ready for the market here. If you guys want to see any stocks, go ahead and put them up. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Alex. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's find some of the top movers of the day. Maybe some gap ups, some gap downs, also earnings. I like to look up upgrades and downgrades. Let's move to upgrades and downgrades before we go into specific stocks on the gappers list. This is what I'm doing, guys. I'm going kind of what I exactly would do. Now I would move to gappers and gap downs. As you guys are going to see, we have a downgrade in Oracle, an upgrade in Microsoft, another one that has a top upgrade. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so we got a raise on Microsoft, so we can check out Microsoft right quick. Good morning, other cousin. Microsoft, this stock really doesn't want to go. This is the epitome of what we call an investment stock. An investment stock is something that has very good fundamentals behind it. And as you see, it's holding really well. I think you could eventually see Microsoft breaking through this 140s, but definitely not an easy trade as it moves so slow.
So we can check out
Let's go ahead and
Microsoft
let's
right
move to a
quick.
different one, a downgrade here. Um, let's see what else we got.
Good
We got a
morning, other cousin.
hold on Oracle.
Microsoft, this
So
stock really doesn't want to
Oracle,
go. This
let's check
is
out
the
Oracle
epitome
here.
of what we call an investment
Oracle's
stock.
O R
An investment
C
stock
L
is something that
O
has
R C
very
L.
good fundamentals behind
And
it.
this is a technology
And as you
company.
see, it's holding
We
really
got a
well.
hold, a
I
new
think you
target
could eventually
of
see
$60
Microsoft breaking
down
through this
from 60,
140s, but definitely
down
not
from
an easy trade
66.
as it moves
So
so
essentially,
slow.
the analysts are saying
Now let's
that
go ahead and
the
let's move
price
to a
should be a
different one, a
little bit above
downgrade here.
here.
Um,
But
let's see
they're
what else we
thinking that it
got.
can
We
get
got a
back up to
hold
60.
on
I
Oracle.
think it has
So
big
Oracle,
time resistance up there at
let's check out Oracle
55.
here.
I think you got to pay attention
Oracle's
today
O
to see if it can
R
get back
C
above
L
55.
O R
And if
C
it
L.
can't get above
And
55,
this is a
it should
technology
come back down
company.
to a support somewhere
We
near the
got a hold,
53
a new
area,
target
54
of
area.
$60 down from 60, but definitely
Down
not
from
an easy
66. All right,
trade.
another one we
So
have on
essentially,
here,
the analysts are saying that
hold to
the
a buy
price
is
should be
going
a
to be
little bit above here.
Carbonate.
But
This is a
they're
smaller
thinking that
stock,
it can
a
get back up to 60.
$15
I
stock
think it has
with a new
big
target
time
of
resistance up
29.
there at 55. I think you got to pay
We
attention
also got
today to see if it can get
penny
back above
stock, not a penny
55.
stock,
And if we can't get above
IPO
55, it
that
should come back down to a
used to be brand
support
new, but
somewhere near the
now it's kind of a
53
little bit
area, 54
been
area.
in here.
Down
We're gonna
from
get a
60.
downgrade
Down from 66.
All
Right,
right,
another one we have on here. The
to
analysts are
what
saying
we got
hold
here.
to a
Let's
buy
see,
is going to be
CrowdStrike here,
above here.
Carbonate. This is a smaller
They're
stock,
thinking that it can get back up to 60.
$15 stock
I think it has
with a new
big
target
time
of
resistance up
29.
there at 55. I think you got to pay
We
attention
also
today
got
to see if it can get back
penny
above
stock, not a penny
55.
stock,
And if we can't get above
IPO
55, it should come back down
that
to a
used to be brand
support
new, but
somewhere near the
now it's kind of a
53
little bit
area, 54
been
area.
in here. There's a bad
We're
echo.
gonna get a downgrade.
Down from 66.
All right, another one we have on here.
To
The analysts are
what
saying
we got
hold
here.
to a
Let's see
buy is going to be
CrowdStrike here.
carbonate.
But this is a
They're
smaller
thinking
stock,
that it can get back up to 60.
$15 stock
I think it has
with a new
big
target
time
of
resistance up
29.
there at 55. I think you got to pay
We
attention
also got
today to see if it can get back
penny
above
stock, not a penny
55.
stock.
And
I
if
know
we
what it
can't
is.
get above
Hold on, guys. I'll fix
55,
it.
it should come back down to a
Used to be
support
brand new, but
somewhere near the
now it's kind of a
53
little bit
area, 54
been
area.
in here. There's a bad
We're
echo.
gonna get a downgrade. All right, another one we have on
All right,
here.
guys. Did that fix it?
What we got here? Let's see CrowdStrike here. Carbonate.
We still got a. Do we still got an echo?
$15 stock. I think it has
With a new target of 29.
there at 55. I think you got to pay attention
We also
today
got
to see if it can get back
penny stock,
above
not a penny stock.
$55.
I know what it
We
is.
can't get above
Hold on, guys. I'll fix it.
that
Used to be brand new, but
somewhere near the
now it's kind of a
53
little bit
area, 54
been
area.
in here. There's a bad
We're
echo.
gonna get a downgrade. All right, another one we have on
All right,
here.
guys. Did that fix it?
What we got here? Let's see CrowdStrike here. Carbonate.
We still got a. Do we still got an echo?
$15 stock. I think it has with a new target of 29 there at 55. I think you got to pay attention.
We also got
See if it can get back above
penny stock. I know what it is.
IPO.
Hold on, guys. I'll fix it.
That used to be brand new, but
All right. Hold on, guys. Let me get John back here.
bad echo. We're gonna get a downgrade. All right, another one we have on
All
here.
right, guys. Did that fix it?
What we got here? Let's see CrowdStrike here. Carbonate.
We still got a. Do we still got an echo? $15 stock with a new target of 29. We also got penny stock. I know what it is. IPO. Hold on, guys. I'll fix it. They used to be brand new, but all right, hold on, guys. Let me get John back here. Bad echo. Downgrade. All right, guys. Did that fix it? Let's see CrowdStrike here. We still got a. Do we still got an echo? $15 stock with a new target of 29. We also got penny stock. I know what it is. IPO. Hold on, guys. I'll fix it. All right, hold on, guys. Let me get John back here. Bad echo. Downgrade. All right, guys. Did that fix it? CrowdStrike here. We still got a. Do we still got an echo? I know what it is. Hold on, guys. I'll fix it. All right, hold on, guys. Let me get John back here. All right, guys. Did that fix it? We still got a. Do we still got an echo?
All right, guys. What's up, team? All right, is Mitch?
Oh, I've been wasting my time. I talked for like 10 minutes to the pure echo.
Oh, what's up, team? Sound is real low. Here, I can turn Mitch up a little bit.
Nah, supposedly there's an echo, and I could hear it in the stream. I went back. Yeah.
If you, all right, guys. What's up, team? Oh, I know what exactly Mitch, what it is. Here, my bad, man. All right, there's not going to be an echo anymore. I left the player running on my end, so there shouldn't be an echo. So go ahead, man. My bad.
All right. I don't know where I should start. I don't know if I should start all over. Where do you guys want me to start? All right. All right, guys. Is it good? Sound good now? Just trying to make sure here. Don't want to start talking for another 10 minutes. All right. Well, really quickly, I went into, guys, the big catalyst news. U.S. blacklist 28 Chinese entities over abuse. That's from the New York Times. Let's get into some of these stocks. Some of those stocks that it got hit. MBBA, Ambarella. That's going to be one of the ones we're going to be watching, guys. I think this one can break down the gap down. This one gapped up on earnings and now has been hit with this super negative catalyst. Okay, so then let's go ahead and let's start moving into a little bit different stocks. After I find the big catalyst that I want to see, I either want to go more into that catalyst and find the companies that are exactly attached to that catalyst, or I want to go ahead and find the upgrades and the downgrades. These are analysts that definitely make stocks move. One of the ones we're going to be watching, guys, is Microsoft, Oracle. We got also Dropbox. Dropbox definitely going to be one of the ones we're going to watch also. CrowdStrike also on here. SCRWD. This is one I'm seeing get stronger. I definitely think this one has found some hold at its opening price. When this one opened, it opened at 63.50. And I think that's where you're going to find some hold here. If we can hold at 63.50, I think we can start moving back up there in CrowdStrike, maybe getting up there to 72.82s today and heading towards the $80 mark. I'm definitely bullish on this CRWD, but we'll go ahead and we'll see how it reacts today. Let's go see, let's take a look at some of the different stocks. We also got Oracle, which is going to be ORCL. Oracle got a hold and a downgrade. So you guys can see this stock has been trying to break out over 55.50 multiple times. Couldn't really break out. And now that it's gotten this negative news, I think 55 is going to be an important price point for this one. If not, I could see this one easily getting the $53 today. So we're going to keep an eye on Oracle, add it to the watch list as it's a bigger stock, but definitely has a catalyst behind it with the analyst downgrade and a hold put on it. All right, let's look at another one, Dropbox. Dropbox here, DBX. DBX is kind of a cheaper stock. This is kind of more in our price range, guys. This is something that we can definitely be looking at. I'm going to see kind of the top 3 headlines that I can find from it. Their CTO departs as shares drop. That was 3 days ago, so their CTO quit. It still has an average of $30 for price targets. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of these price targets. We got to maintain and an upgrade from Bank of America in February. But as we can see, even though that came, this stock's been getting drilled. So I think the important price point for this one is going to be through this 1888. So if you look and see Dropbox break 19 today, that's what I'm going to be looking for to see if it's going to try to break that 19 price point. All right, guys, this is at the point where I've looked at the upgrades and the downgrades, at least the major ones. And now this is when I want to go ahead and start trying to find the stocks that are on the gappers list, because at this point, they're probably going to be the ones that are going to be there at 9:30. I usually don't like to look at the gappers list too early because it gets me a little bit kind of leaning towards certain stocks. Now that it's past 8:45, you kind of have more of the stocks that are going to stay up there. Remember, when we started, it was ASUR, NIO, WKHS, and they're still up there. So let's start going through those stocks, finding out what's going on with those stocks and how we can trade them. So the first one on the list is going to be ASUR. ASUR, I can immediately open it and I can tell you guys this stock has been strong pre-market, has gotten a run here up to 926. That's where you can put your top resistance line. So 926. Seems like the highest tick on that one was 924 there. So we're going to put at 924 there. And then we also got a pop up here that went to 909. That's very important because that's the second pop. Now we're going to look for the third pop. The third pop should be towards that $9 range. Okay, guys. So another thing that I'm seeing on this stock is where's the support? The support is that $8 mark. $8 mark is going to be our support. So we have a range between $8 and 9.23. So about $1.20 here. So what I'm going to be looking for this stock to do is find some bag buyers as it breaks out to 9. Let's go ahead and find the catalyst of this stock.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Just kind of ran through the major headline news. U.S. blacklist 28 Chinese entities. And that's just kind of the major background of the macro move. And now we're running we ran through some upgrades and downgrades like Microsoft, Oracle, Dropbox,
Okay.
another one, CrowdStrike, the IPO. That one's starting to look a lot stronger. And then now we're going through kind of the gappers list here.
Yeah. So
You can
with
start
I'm seeing for Azure, ASURE. Let me see. So this one is up because it said it agreed to sell its workspace management business to FM Systems, a privately held company, for 120 mil in cash. So ASUR basically agreed to sell their workplace management business for 120 mil in cash. So that's what's going on with that one. Have you noticed that WKHS, and this one actually is tradable for us this morning, WKHS gapping up from 340s to 375. That one looks good.
hey, this is the stock I've been mentioning for months now.
Yeah, man.
Um, I feel this stock was going to hold and was going to keep holding. It had a rip out there to $5 and came back, held $3 multiple times, and now we're holding that $3 for sure. I'm looking for this one to break $4 today. As this one, I think it's all about a matter of contracts. Workhorse is essentially, I would call it like the Tesla of trucking. That's what they're kind of trying to do here, guys. They're trying to create electrical uh, trucking business that's going to be self-driven
Self-driven, right?
and work for kind of government. And I think that's where they're going strong.
That's
Is
the
they're
future.
focusing more on the focus of government use. So
Yeah.
like giving it to the post office or giving it to military use, whatever it may be, but more bigger contracts. And I think when you have bigger contracts, when you're a small penny stock, they definitely help you guys out because they're big time investments.
Yeah, I think ultimately that's the future of big transport is electric self-driven trucking. I don't know when we're gonna get there. I think we're still a long way from that, but I think that that's the future. I've seen some documentaries on Vice about that and stuff. But you said you went over the overall market news. I'll go ahead and read
Well,
this one here.
well, the catalyst of just a catalyst, not
Okay.
the spy.
Okay, yeah. So we can look up. This is what I see right now, and this is from MT Newswires, and it says, "Here, we go ahead and look up the spy here." Oh, hold on. My mother-in-law's calling me. Hold on.
All right, guys, how we doing? All right, Workhorse definitely going to be interesting.
All right, I'm back.
You think Pensor is thinking that WKHS will fade today? Definitely
We'll see.
interesting. I think it's one to watch for sure.
Yeah.
Let's find the news catalyst behind it. What kind of news does it have?
Let me see real quick. So let me look up the SPY real quick, and then let's look at Workhorse. Just because I'm already on it, and so I'll come back to Workhorse. Hold on 1 second. So let me just, my bad. My daughter called me and basically told me she forgot to bring her clarinet to school. Anyway, so this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. Okay, and it says, quote, U.S. stock futures dropped Tuesday as hopes for a for a detente between trading partners, the U.S. and China, were dimmed by fresh trade salvos before officials representing the world's largest economies resumed formal talks this week. So the SPY is down slightly. So I'm trying to understand it. It's like they put some of it in Spanish. I'm not sure why. What does detente mean for my Spanish-speaking viewers? Detente, Detente. No hablos mucho español, mi amigo. But yeah. So SPY is down slightly, as you can see here. The SPY is down. From 293.08 to 291.34. And so a significant drop here in the overall market. The Dow futures down 0.7%, S&P futures are down 0.6%, and NASDAQ futures are down 0.6%. It also said Monday Washington expanded its trade blacklist to include 28 additional Chinese entities, and I think Mitch talked about that as well. While the media report said China had toned down its expectations for the talks and that its negotiators may leave the meeting earlier than planned. Oil prices are down as well, with global benchmark Brent crude losing 1.2% and U.S. West Texas Intermediate down 1.4%, as worries on the demand side ahead of trade talks prevailed over the anti-government protests in oil-producing nation Iraq. End quote. And that is from, again, I think that's from, let me see, MT Newswires. So now, my bad, man. Now we can go ahead and look up WKHS here. All right, so I do know the catalyst, unless you wanted to go over it. Mitch, you can if you want, brother. It's up to you.
Yeah, no stress. It's just it's actually quite interesting. So what they're pretty much doing is we have a partnership deal, guys. This is a partnership deal with a company called Unmanned System Operation Group Inc. Essentially, trying to provide cost-effective electric mobile solutions, and so they designed kind of, let's say, a drone here to deliver kind of we're going to deliver uh, for the medical companies here. This is a medical kind of company that provides different kind of whether it could be delivering medical logistics, different kind of equipment, and so really what it is a drone delivery system. This is Workhorse's Horsefly. That's what they call it. And then you read into it, what you'll see is that Horsefly system also works with their truck, with their already unmanned, highly efficient trucks. And so they're really working with the FAA to kind of make sure that they're going to be able to do this. And so, at least from the news, it's a very positive fluff piece, because you don't get any real stats here to let you know how much money they can make from this partnership. So it's mainly just words, mainly persuasion, and it's a positive news, at least for Workhorse, as they create more and more partnerships. These are just investments in the long run, and the more people and partnerships that you can make, probably the longer that you can hang around before you actually become a leader in the industry. And I think that's what Workhorse is trying to do. They're trying to create enough partnerships that they can start becoming a leader and actually become a profitable company in the long run. This is very long run looked, but I think they're starting to get themselves up to certain levels where people are paying attention to them.
Interesting here. Interesting. So, yeah, we did have somebody define detente for us. Apparently, I looked it up. It's actually a French word. And the definition is to relieve tension, or The easing of strained relations is the definition. Interesting. I thought it was Spanish. It sounded Spanish, but I guess it's French. But yeah, we'll see what we get today. Should be a fun day. As you can see, if we look at my account here, team, my account is at... Shout out to Mitch for helping me out this morning. My wife had an MD Anderson appointment. So I basically had to deal with my kids this morning. But yeah, if we look at my account, I am at around $700 in profit. I'm at $701.83 in gains in this account after yesterday. And that's what, so I scaled out of yesterday's position. The cool thing, like if you saw me, I made 43 bucks, right? Out of a $43 gross profit trade, I netted, let's see, my account was at 664 yesterday. So I netted like 37 bucks, 36 bucks from a $43 win. And so very good commissions overall. Yeah, go shout out to Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game by far. You can use promo code BT15 at checkout to get a pretty cheap price and 15% off of their packages. But yeah, team. Today is Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so if we look at some charts here, like I said, ASUR is definitely the biggest gapper this morning. In my mind, we got NIO as well. If you like penny stocks, NIO is tradable for us, just like WKHS. And so I know we always get asked a lot, what kind of stocks are actually tradable on TEFs? And if you want to see the stocks that are tradable, the penny stocks that are tradable, stocks like NIO are tradable. Stocks like WKHS are tradable because, again, if you look prior to this, they have pretty decent liquidity. On average, they have a decent amount of liquidity. And so same thing with NIO. On average, the liquidity is pretty solid, in the millions on every day. So those are the penny stocks that are actually tradable for us. And so we'll take a look at some of these. WKHS revenue last quarter was $6,000, operating costs $3.2 million. Oh man, well, I mean, they might not be profitable yet, but that doesn't mean they won't be in the future. And if they're a growing company, I mean, I think that's kind of how it goes a lot of the time. Think about Pinterest. Pinterest IPOing, not profitable. Uber, not profitable. Lyft,
you guys got to understand, companies can be valued for one or two things.
Potential.
They can either be valued at what they're doing at this moment or what we call future intrinsic value. So this is value that they see within the company that's coming to the company, the growth that they see in the company. And that's really what you're seeing in Workhorse. They're seeing growth in the long term. And that's why investors are coming in.
Right.
I mean, I have a friend that got into this stock. I mean, I'm not personally in this stock long term, but I have a friend that got into this stock when it was a penny stock, when it was at 75 cents. So if you're doing that kind of move and you've invested in this company, I think this company just has potential. And that's what it is. It's a potential company. And most stocks that we trade in penny stock land are going to be what we call potential stocks, where the potential is there for these companies to make money. And that's why investors are getting in. That's why we traders are trading it, because the attention is on these stocks.
Right. I mean, that's what trading is in a way, is just looking at the potential price of stocks, the potential price. So it doesn't necessarily mean, like I said, Lyft, not profitable IPO. Or Lyft, not profitable upon public offering date. Uber, not profitable upon public offering date. Pinterest, not profitable upon public offering date. And so profitability, while it's important to a certain extent, and it was definitely important a few decades ago, nowadays with the big rise in tech stocks, it doesn't mean as much. It's still, of course, one of the single most important factors with a company. But like Mitch is saying, intrinsic value and potential do sway a lot of investors' opinions on it. And so, a lot of these companies, there's a few reasons companies decide to take themselves public. And one of them is to build capital so they can push towards that profitability, while not necessarily being profitable in net revenue overall. And so it's important to understand that. Now, of course, I'm still skeptical of most of those companies, but it is important to understand that as well. It's not tradable for me. ASUR.
Yeah, I think Just a little bit off topic here, but one to watch, I think, in the long term for the next month is going to be our fabulous Beyond Meat.
BYND.
It's been hanging out, guys, I think, for at least over a month or two from that first drop that I think happened. It opened at 163, popped up a little bit, came down to a low of 137. So I think that 164 price point is going to be very important for this stock. This stock has a earnings play coming in November, early November. So I think you're either going to see it come try back up here to the highs up there 225s, or we might crack the low on this, guys, and start heading back down towards that 100 pricing. So I think it's just something to watch out for. It's getting some volume this morning, not too much. I definitely see a little pop, but
Oh,
it's something to keep an eye on.
I was watching a few other ones. So the other ones I was watching were NAT, which is Nordic, which is a shipping company. NAT. I don't know if it's tradable. Let me see. No, that one's not tradable. But I was keeping an eye on that. A few other ones I was looking at were Microsoft. I saw you go over Microsoft. Microsoft is moving a little bit. AMBA.
Yeah.
AMBA, big gap down, a lot of volume for this one on a gap down and a solid range for AMBA. Kind of watching this one for a bounce. I don't know if we went over the catalyst for this one yet, huh? AMBA, Mitch, did you look at that one?
AMBA, yeah. That's Amberella. That's
Yeah.
because of the major news.
Okay. Yeah, so
That's because of the
correct.
blacklist.
Right. So this
The
one's
blacklist
interesting.
catalyst.
Right. Yeah, I'm just now seeing that. Yeah, I mean, this one's interesting. Big gap down. Maybe look for a bounce, depending on if this one's from the
Yeah,
overall.
what I like about this one is, like I talked about, guys, you got good positive earnings that actually brought the stock up. Everyone was feeling a little bit good about this company, that it was going to come back, and then out of nowhere, really bad catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why you see on the daily chart, it really shows it. You see that gap up all the way up there. It got almost to 70, and
Yeah.
out of nowhere, boom, boom.
It was super strong up to that point too, man. It was super strong up to that
Yeah,
point. Looking good.
people were positive on the gap. The earnings were really well. That's the thing. They
Right.
had good earnings, and good earnings bring a stock back up. But when you get a really negative catalyst on one of your major providers, this is where you're selling most of your chips to, and now you can't do it because they're blacklisted. It's going to affect the stock.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And that's why you're seeing it down. And that's why it's gapping almost all the way down to where it gapped up from.
Yeah, man. This thing got hammered, and it was looking kind of strong. But look at this. This thing is all the way back down here. So this thing is now right here. Let me see if I can make it a little bit larger. That is where it's at right now. So, yeah, just a huge gap down. Huge gap down. Like I said, I think we might get a bounce at the open from this one today, but who knows? It could continue breaking. Levels I would watch for this one, technical levels, 48.70. 48.70 if it breaks that low right there, 48.70. Also this level right here, this $50 level. That level's pretty solid. It's not only the whole dollar of 50, but it's the half $100 level, which is a big psychological level as well. So, we have 50, we have 48.70, and we have a few levels above it as well. Maybe 52 here, but those are the levels I'm watching. Again, I think depending on what the market does, I think we might get a bounce in this one on AMBA, but who knows? Just expanded our product in my store. That meat is cray. Yeah. I actually heard some funny stuff about McDonald's though. So McDonald's was partnering with Beyond Meat, BYND, to put out their veggie burgers and stuff like that. But it's like, no vegan is going to eat there because they're cooking the meat on the same skillet. You know what I mean? They're cooking the fake meat on the same skillet as the real meat. So it's like, that's a no-no in vegan talk. Like, vegans don't do that. Like, they don't eat that. I'm not a vegan. I love meat. But they don't do that. And so they're not going to eat, if it's cooked on the same grill as regular meat, and it's going to soak up all the juices that regular meat has, vegans aren't going to touch that stuff, man. And so, I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's probably why McDonald's is kind of testing it out. But interesting.
Well, it's kind of interesting, guys. I'm doing a little research here. It's kind of interesting. BYND talking about lobbying for the key ingredient to get FDA approval. So that just shows you guys this company had to make headway for them to get that big
Yeah.
and for them to get this kind of investments behind them. They spent a lot of money. I'm really concerned about this earnings report kind of destroying them because if it just comes out that these guys are just completely and not looking good on the profitable side, I think you're going to see finally the stock get back to kind of the realization and that $144 might just be a little bit much.
Yeah, it's like I thought the same thing, especially when it's over at 300. It's just it might be a little bit too much, man. And a partnership with McDonald's is great, but it's just about looking at it. Do you practically think it's gonna stay up there? And I don't know.
I mean, it got to the point where even in the article it says that they talked to the spokeswoman, and it says that it does not comment on lobbying expenses or strategies. And so that just shows, guys, there's a lot of money that they've had to put into this company just to get approval.
Right.
It doesn't mean for profitability, but when you have to spend so much money just so that you can get regulation on your side, uh, that usually takes a lot of your profitability away.
Right.
So all those investments that you had, you're spending the money on just trying to get out there.
All right. So Scott giving us the take from a what kind of company do you have, Scott? Again, remind me again, man. My bad. Good morning to one and all investor trades today, and hold on to the balance of the week. Promises to be interesting to say the least. Yeah, man. Let's do it, man. I'm excited. Scott says the demand is still high. So per Scott, the demand is still high. Many people looking to be healthy. So many requests for chia seeds, flax seeds, plant-based meat. Our company is scrambling to expand footage of product. BYND is competing with Impossible Meat. Yeah, a lot of hype for
I,
sure.
I think it's just to me, um, I always look at the kind of the way it's marketed,
Yep.
and this is just marketing at its best. I can
Yep.
tell you guys that right now. This is
100%.
marketing at its best, using artists, using athletes, using what we call popular media sources to kind of get the attention from us. And
Right.
I think almost every single U.S. citizen has almost heard of now BYND and the Impossible Burger. So they're doing the job of getting it out there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll see what
That's
happens.
that's definitely for sure. All right, let's look at another stock. Stock has been destroyed lately.
All right. So
OSTK.
Scott is a non-perishable manager for a grocery chain, East Coast. Interesting. Interesting. Which one you said, Mitch? My bad.
OSTK.
Yeah, I was looking at that one too. I haven't had good results trading this one though, and I think if you look at the volume, that's the issue. Sometimes it has good volume, but I've had tail. This looks more like your style of trading, really, Mitch. Like the way you trade, where you kind of short it at the top of the range and then cover it at the bottom. That looks like it works a lot better for me specifically, though. With OSTK, it doesn't have the volume I need to really fade, fade in a very self-evident way. For me, at least. I don't know. Basically, I just don't like it, but. Yo, you there, bro?
The way it moves. Can you hear me?
Now I can. So we basically didn't hear anything you just said. You broke up a little
All
bit.
right. So what I'm seeing with OSTK, and at least what kind of move it does is it does a lot of what we call uh, consolidation and then breakout moves. So you have to catch it on the day that it either breaks out or breaks down. And that's the difficult part about it. It has a lot of consolidation in between. It can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days where it's in a tight range. And then out of nowhere, it does a big bar. We're talking big bar for this stock would be $1.50. $1.50 move, a $2 move, and that's the kind of move that you need to catch it on. If you catch it on a day that it's moving that $2, then I think those are the days where it does move good with the pattern. It does follow the pattern, and it has the volume to support it. The days that it's really in that consolidation and is really only moving about probably 30 to 40 cents, those are the days that you don't want to trade it. Those are the days you need to leave it alone because it's just chop land.
Yeah,
And
and
that just shows you guys that how important it is to break key resistance and key support and then trading it based on that.
yeah, for sure. Somebody's asking us to look at EROS. Another one to watch for tomorrow is AVYA. But for EROS here, I think they asked us to look at ERS. Yeah, EORS, I mean, it's moving some. It looks like it's a larger float stock. I mean, larger float relative to some of these other penny stocks. Let me see. Well, it's not tradable for me, and I mean, it's a $1.60 stock, but it looks like it's a larger float. Let me see if I can find the float. This one, it's just too choppy for me, though, but it is moving a little bit in pre-market. Let's look at the longer-term chart. The longer-term chart, I mean, it looks okay. Longer term, maybe look for a bounce. 150 level is what I would watch for it. 150, if it's going to break under 150, it might get weak and start pulling down and test the lows, and then the whole dollar of two, really right around 194, $2 for a breakout on the upside. Those are two levels that I would specifically watch for it. Again, like anywhere between 195 to $2 and that 150 half-dollar level. If it breaks under that, you got the low at 114s is what I'm kind of looking at. And then we also have AVYA. This one has been moving a ton. Ended green again yesterday, but gapping down some today. So a really strong move. This one has moved up from 972 at its lows in the last 3 days all the way up to 1437. So a huge move here. Huge move. Anywhere between like 30 and 50%. It looks like this one's moved. Not quite 50%. Maybe this one looks like it's moved like 30% or so. But a really solid move here. You can see it's at 1378 now, gapping down some. But we're just going to look for some volume. If it doesn't have volume, I'm not going to touch it. But this one is extended up there. I don't mind looking at this one for a potential short, just because, I mean, if you look at the daily chart and even the intraday chart, it does have that resistance above at 14s. And, it's sitting right around 14 now. So, maybe it'll get rejected. Maybe we'll have some short opportunities with this one today. And so, yeah, that's what I'm looking at for AVYA. EROS has earnings today. I appreciate it. Should I keep my buys for EROS? I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, I am not a swing trader. I'm not a fundamental investor by any means. And so I just don't want to tell you the wrong answer. Like I said, not a guru. I don't give out hot stock picks. And like I said, I just don't want to give you the wrong answer, man. I don't want to tell you the wrong answer. I don't want to say, yeah, sell your position and the stock shoots up. Or I don't want to, or say, yeah, hold your position and then the stock tanks. Because, again, from a fundamental perspective, it's just not really my niche, not really my style. I'm up on UVXY. Let's see. UVXY is an inverse volatility ETF, I believe. Well, UVXY is up today because the SPY is down. So if you look at UVXY and then you look at the SPY, they're basically doing the opposites today. So look at the SPY. SPY down. UVXY and TVIX, another inverse volatility ETF, are both going to be up today with the SPY's downfall. So those are also interesting if you want to trade the overall market, basically, is what that's doing. We got IPOA gapping up a little bit here. But yeah, my main watches today, I mean, I'm going to watch AMD, MU, just because the market's volatile. I am going to watch WKHS, NIO. Maybe going to watch QGEN, AMBA. What was the other one I was watching? Yeah, and I mean, that's basically it. I mean, we got a few other stuff that I'm looking at, but that's what I'm watching for now. All right, team, we got about 10 minutes left. What's up, Scott? Yeah, I mean, I trust you, Scott. Scott knows. Honestly, Scott probably knows more long term than me. And like I said, it doesn't hurt my pride to say it. Scott probably knows. I know Scott's been doing really well long term. With some of these stocks. So Scott probably knows more long term than me about some of these. Scott's an OG member of our group.
All right, guys. We'll also keep on watch. One of the major movers in the last recent day, AVYA. Keep a look on that one. Yesterday, we had kind of a breakout and then a hold on that one. Really important price point for that one is going to be 1350. If it breaks this 1350, I can see this one start coming right back down towards 13. But if we hold this 1350, we could definitely get some volume to get come right back up and at least bring it to 14. And it would have to recollect volume there at 14 to get up there to that 1440 price point.
Yeah, that's the one I just talked about. That's what I said as well. 14 looks interesting. If it gets rejected at 14, it might come back down. This one, it looks a little extended though on the last few days, in my opinion. Like the last, let me see, last 3 days, this thing is just ripped up, and so I think it's going to start to pull back. It could keep running though. Again, like Mitch said, if it breaks 14 and holds, looks interesting. But I guess if I had to pick a bias with this one, it's going to be on the short side today.
Yeah, for me, I would pick a drive and then the shorts to come in. So that's what I would look for. I would look for 14s to come in, longs to get trapped, and then a breakdown through that 1350 to then look for the shorts. Kind of catch one last time some longs and then break down.
Hey, what's up?
Reason why? I look for 4 drives and the fail.
What's up, Black Monday? Black Monday's a super OG here, man. This dude's been around for years. Haven't seen him in a while, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. If it's the same Black Monday from before, I hope you're doing well, brother. All right, team. So yeah, we got about 8 minutes. Let's do this. What's everybody's main watch today? Like I said, mine is probably, I don't know, AMBA or WKHS. But SPY's looking volatile. Looks fun.
If you guys want another stock that kind of moves like WKHS, that's a penny stock, but kind of more of a longer term penny stock, is MaxR.
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 Yeah.
This is a space company that kind of is the same way, same kind of look. Penny stock that has a lot of investments behind it, government contracts, and that's the reason why it's still up, and that's the reason why it's volatile down here. It has a good range. I've tried to trade it multiple times. It's a little tough early in the day. I can tell you guys that it has kind of a tough trade at the beginning, but after it picks a trend, it usually sticks in that trend. So
yeah,
we'll let you guys know that. That's another penny stock. I always like to let you guys know penny stocks that are available to trade. So.
Which one again? My bad,
one.
Man.
MaxR.
Oh, MAXR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks alright.
Yeah.
I like the little range on the daily chart it has.
Yeah,
I mean,
it has
a range. It's actually a big range. It's a 25% range, but looks okay.
Yeah, decent. All right, let's take a look at the BBBY. BBBY, another penny stock.
Yeah, that one
this
lately,
one,
it looked good a few days ago, but now it's just kind of
consolidating sideways.
Yeah.
So what we get here is we got a high here of $11, and then a support here of $9.50. We've touched the support twice. We touched the resistance twice. I think it's going to try to either make an attempt past 1050 again to get back up there to 11, or it's going to make a move towards this 950 and then crack 950 and head right back down towards the 850s. So that's what I'm looking for on this one. I think this one has a little bit tighter range, so you can be a little bit more confident when you do take sizing in a stock like this. When a stock has a little bit tighter range, that's the stock that you can be a little bit bigger with your risk because you can manage it better. It's not just going to turn on you $1 in an instant.
Right.
Um, and so this is the kind of stock that I would look to take bigger sizing, quicker moves, trade the range, nail the range down, and then you can move on. It's a good trade though, and a good stock that is tradable for us.
Nice. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes left till the open, so let's go ahead and get everything set up here. We got, let's see, where'd my test screen go? There it is. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Like I said, guys, you can see I'm at $700 in profit, $701 in this account. And so we're gonna.
All right, guys. I know I got squeezed on this stock yesterday, but I'm still looking at it to break down. Is Nike? I'll keep an eye on it again today.
Yeah, that one, look at it getting hammered right now. It's down to 90.70s.
Yeah, there's a reason why I was watching it yesterday, guys. It definitely looked like it was going to turn. It looked like I was just one day early, and here's the turn at least, and the pressure on that $90 price point. It's going to be very important. It has a gap down at that $90. If it breaks that $90, I think we move towards at least 89.50. So we'll watch that today also.
So yeah, WKHS. I mean, it's very rare that we get a stock under $5 that is gapping like this that we can trade. So I'll watch WKHS. We'll see. What's up, Omar? What's up, Felix? What's up, team? All right, guys, remember, hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning on YouTube. Yesterday, we did break 14,000 subscribers, guys, so we appreciate all the love. Click the subscribe button right now. We day trade the open on stream for free, showing you all aspects of our trading. And so if you want to see what it's actually like for people day trading the market, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning. And if you want to see what it's actually like, again, join us. We do this. Last time we missed a stream was over a year ago, and so we hope you'll join us tomorrow, team. Let's do this. Bell's coming up soon. We'll be trading it live like we always do. And so, yeah, watching WKHS, watching AMBA, watching the SPY in general. Let me see what else I got on my list, my charts here. You can see the SPY's weak today. All right, OSTK, NAT, we got NIO, Microsoft. Yeah, so we got some stuff here. Gonna watch the cannabis stocks. I've been forgetting about those lately, and those been doing me pretty right. So gonna watch the cannabis stocks too. They're down a little bit. At least CGC is. All right, guys, we got 3 minutes, team. Let's do it. All right. But yeah, top watches, WKHS, NIO. Let's do it, team. Remember, guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Join our public Discord as well. We're almost to 1,000 people in our public Discord. Almost. We're so close to 1,000 people in there. So I'll post this link here as well. Join our public Discord team. You know, if you want to keep track of us after the stream, you know, follow us on this Discord. I'll post this link here as well. There it is. Let me see how many people we have here. We need 10 more people to break 1,000 in this thing, man. 10 more. All right, team. So the SPY's down to 291s. This looks like it's built up a pretty solid support level here at 291. Let's do this. So, like I said, what's everybody's main watch? What's everybody's main sector? All right, guys, we got less than a minute. Texting my boy Todd, man. My bad, Todd. I just saw your text message. All right, what's up, John? What's up, Tech? What's up, Next
All
Man?
right, traders, before the opening bell here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, smash that like. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep building the family
10
and keep
seconds.
growing and trading.
Yes, sir. Let's grow this family right here. All right, guys. Spy's out at 291. Here's the bell right now. So good luck, team. Let's do this. There we go. There's the bell. All
Boom,
right.
boom, boom, boom.
Let's go, team. All
All
right, so
right,
we're at
guys.
291. Might have some support here for the SPY, remember. WKHS taking a big dive here, down to 360s.
All right, ETFC, and AMD, my top 2 watches right now.
All right, so WKHS at 360s. I always exaggerate the drops at the open. I'm like, WKHS taking a big drive, it drops like 2 cents. There's the bounce, though. It's at 370s. SPY's breaking under that 291 support level, though. It's at 290.80s here for the SPY. AMD is actually dropping pretty significantly here. It dropped about 20 cents so far since the open. MU may be bouncing a little bit, but the SPY is down to 290.75s.
All right, looking at AMD and also ETFC. Those are my 2 top.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching AMD. It's down to 228.40s. All right, team, so let's do this. Hey, good luck to you guys as well. $1,401. No, we got more than that now. We better at least. Let me see. We have 1,426. All right, we're down to 290.60s here. Looks like we're going to test this low of the day at 290.50, which is honestly, guys, a pretty big level here. Look at this 290.50 level. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big level. It's the pre-market low, and it's also the $0.50. And so we're at 290.50s for the overall market. We're going to wait and be patient and see what we get. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now, at least. Gonna look for AMD. MU is down some as well here. Here, I'll be right back, Mitch. Hold it down, bro.
Yeah. I missed that bounce there on AMD to 50. I have an order ready at 53s. Yeah, missed that bounce in AMD. Would have liked to have gotten in there at 50. All right, guys, short there. AMD, short AMD, 500 shares. Might get stopped out here at 60. Don't want it to get over this 28.60s. Close anything above that. 61's closing there. About to get out. I'm out. Quick stop out there, guys. $60. Liked AMD there. Didn't get a good fill. Not too bad though. $60 loss is nothing.
Let's do this. SPY pulled back all the way to the VWAP here. I'm looking at WKHS still. That one looks solid. What about AMD? AMD pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, I got squeezed out on AMD.
Yeah, that one did pop up.
Yeah, it squeezed me out. $60 loss.
All right, team. OSTK is right at the VWAP. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to delete your comment. We just don't mention other, especially that one, because that dude banned me for just being like, hey, good luck in the markets. WKHS pulling back some. We'll see what we get here, team. And like I said, guys, if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button. We do this live every single weekday. We actually show our account balances, though. And so remember to hit the subscribe button. I'm looking at WKHS here. It got a very tight risk of like 5 cents for WKHS. I don't know. I might wait for a pullback for a fake out fade for it instead.
It doesn't look bad, brother.
I'm gonna wait for a fake out fade. That one looks too much like a red to green move. And you might be right, but I'd prefer at that point. Like, sure, that one's gonna work out sometimes. Like that one's gonna work out sometimes, but a lot of times you're gonna get just squeezed up and break highs of the day. And so if it gets rejected here and then bounces back up, I'll consider it because it put in that support level. But unless it does that, you know, I'm gonna play it safe. All right, there's 69s. Like I said, since my risk here is like 5 cents, I don't mind adding a little bit here. So I just added 500 shares. And we'll give it a second, but my risk is so small in this trade, I'm not super worried about it either way. My risk is like 25 bucks, 30 bucks.
Yeah, it just got stopped out in that AMD, like 2 cents. So we got wicked past.
There's 72s, 73s. Got to be careful here. Like I said, it's such a small trade. I'm not really concerned. I just don't want it to break highs of the day. That's the biggest thing for me here with this one. See if we get a rejection. There's 73s, 72s. 71s.
Market's starting to crash there, guys. Down at the low.
All right, so I like this triple top at 73 here. That should make it a little bit easier on me. The SPY is down. Yeah, SPY broke the low of pre-market just now. So the SPY did break the low of pre-market. It's down to 290s, 30s. I'm trying to follow it while I'm in this trade, but yeah, 290, 30. So the SPY's cracking down here, team. SPY's cracking down here, so we might get some fades here now for not necessarily with the stock I'm in, as much as I'd like to think that, but the SPY itself is going to pull a lot of these mid and high caps down. So there's 68s here, so much better for me in this trade. Again, it's just such a small trade, though. I like my risk in this one, though. I'm going to start looking for other stuff. Maybe AMD for a fake out fade here. A VWAP rejection, maybe. There's the pop up there if I was going to take that. Remember, team, to hit the subscribe button as well. We do this live for free every single weekday morning. We attack the open, showing you our account balance and all aspects of our trading. And so if you want to watch us and see what it's actually like to day trade the market, you know, like I said, a lot of people, they say, yeah, I'm day trading live, but they don't actually show you their executing platform, their account balance, or their anything like that. They just kind of say they're in stocks. They're like, yeah, I'm in this stock. It's like, sure you are, buddy. But we do this live every day for free, showing you all aspects of our trading. So hit the subscribe button if you appreciate that transparency and what we do here.
Uber fading nice today. Uber with 2 good fades.
Yeah, Uber did look good. WKHS is just so dull. That's the issue. I might set a stop loss here at like 75 or 76 and just kind of move on. ASUR. Yeah, I was kind of looking at ASUR faded really nice there too. Look at that one. Look at ASUR's fade, Mitch. That one did look good.
Yep. Heading towards that $8 price point. Does
AMD
look good.
squeezed up, so I guess it's glad. I'm lucky I didn't get it. AMD, look at CGC though. CGC's right up there after fading once already. All
All right, watching ETFC reject there off 87s, guys. I want this one to bounce up there to 87, try to break out again, and then I'm going to short it. Don't want to jump in here right now and then get caught 20 cents down on the bounce up.
right. Well,
So
here
looking
goes.
for a bounce up to short.
WKHS looks good here. It's down to 264. We're gonna look a little bit bigger. Look for a little bit bigger drop, like 262 here is really what we want. There we go. All right, I just took half off there, holding 250 shares left. A very small trade right now, but we're gonna just let this one work and see if we can get a little bit better move on some of these stocks. Oh, look at CGC. There it goes. But I like WKHS. I'm not really opposed to adding back my shares to this one if it pulls back up there, so we'll see. But look at CGC, man. That one was pretty. I noticed, though, what I have to be careful with is I noticed I kind of reverted back to small size. AMD, man. I might take some with AMD here. ASUR looked good. If it pulls back to 42, I might consider it.
All right, guys, got a starter put on an ETFC.
Yeah, I'll throw you up since I'm not really in with any big size right now.
All right, got to see this one hold 90s here. If it holds 90s, I'm going to jump in it with bigger sizing.
Let me figure out a way. There we go. All right, I'm going to throw Mitch up here as team since I'm only in with like 200 and something shares left of this one, and it's just kind of moving slow.
Right. Taking my shot here, guys. Risk is 98, 96.
We got the Chad in here. Yeah, like I said, I tried after they were here the last time. I tried to go to Old Boy's stream, and I didn't even say anything. I was just kind of like, hey man, they were repping you pretty hard yesterday. Good luck in the markets, man. No hard feelings. They were still talking about you pretty hard. No hard feelings. And the dude got so insecure and like banned me immediately. I was just kind of like, man, how insecure is this dude? Like I get it. We're competing channels, but it's like, there's no reason to be that insecure about it. If I would have like said something hateful, then it would have been understandable. But I was literally just like, good luck in the market. And dude just got butthurt and insecure. And
I'm going to hang tight for a second here, guys.
PBYI. Let's see, PBYI. That was a pretty one, Jennifer. Look at PBYI, Mitch. That one faded really nicely. Oh, y'all want a Discord here? I'll throw you a Discord up here. What's up, team? Y'all want a Discord? Hey, y'all go check out this Discord. Join our Discord. We almost got 1,000 people in here. Let's break 1,000, team. But like I said, man, I know y'all's leader isn't here today, so I'll let y'all hang out in my stream, I guess.
All right, guys, might get squeezed out here, guys. Yep, probably going to get squeezed here. Here comes that volume. Nice rejection there. Let's see if it gets volume again. Squeeze me through.
Yeah. Like I said, like we day trade live here every day for free, and you know, like I said, I don't know about him, but from what I see, he doesn't actually show you his like executing platform. You know, he just kind of says he's in stocks, which doesn't mean anything. You know, like I said, maybe he's really getting into it. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. I'm just like my genuine, you know, opinion on that, but maybe I'm biased. But yeah, like I said, y'all can hang out here if y'all want. WKHS is squeezing up. Maybe I'll add to it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. I might look at AMD with a risk level of 53. So a tight risk there. I look at OSTK RIP here. The market's bouncing back a little bit too. The market's bouncing back. It's got some resistance at 290.50, which I think was the previous pre-market low. Yeah, 290.50 was the previous low of pre-market. So we're actually getting a move back there. Now we're at 290.30s. And so we'll see if we get rejected there, if that level actually holds now. Again, we also have AMD here bouncing up. But so far I'm seeing some choppiness with AMD. I don't know if I really want to mess with that one right now. CGC, Cannabis Play looks all right. NIO looks okay too.
All right, guys, probably gonna get squeezed here. I'm seeing the market kind of come back here. Not looking good for me. Spread opened up on me and volume on the top side. Not looking good here.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to start a war. I'm not trying to hate either. I'm just genuinely just saying my opinion on it. If he shows his stuff, that's cool too. You know, like I said, I genuinely just don't know. AMD, yeah, AMD's super choppy today, man. I was thinking about getting an AMD a few times, but it just is chopping over and over
There
again.
you go, getting squeezed, guys.
I might look at CGC here.
Squeezed out. Big loss there, guys.
Don't stress it, brother.
It is what it is. Having a really bad start to my week, but it is what it is.
All right, so I just jumped in CGC. Maybe I jumped in a little bit. Let's see, my risk level in this one is about 87. So my risk is about 10 cents. So I'm risking like 20 bucks in this trade. And considering what I'm already up with WKHS, I'm not super concerned with it, but I do think that here, I'll throw WKHS up. I'll put CGC up here so you guys can see it. This was the trade. We'll see what we get. Now, like I said, guys, y'all can hang out here. I'm not mad at it, you know. Yeah. Hey, yeah, don't stress it, Mad. You'll bounce back, brother. It happens, man. For sure, it happens. I'm still holding WKHS. Let me see what that one's doing. WKHS hasn't moved in the last few minutes. I'm trading kind of small today, but we'll see what we get. Trying to take advantage of CGC here. Only on with 200 shares, though. But gonna look to... There we go. There's CGC moving. Let's see if it actually holds down here, though. Yeah, let me make sure this is right. Yeah, there we go. 73s. AMD did end up fading right there, man. It did end up fading. We're just going to look to see if CGC could break down a little bit more down to like 65, 66. I'll be happier with it. What is WKHS doing, man? Where'd it go? Look at NIO, or look at AMD fade. It's still just sitting there. At this point, I could consider adding back to CGC if it bounces up there. I just think it's got so much support down here. That's the only concerning factor for it. But I could hold the rest break even with this one on CGC, or I could try to add some more if it bounces back up to 78. 72s. I do like the resistance above it now, though. I trade options sometimes, Truman. It just depends. Like my option strategy is very simple. It's just I look for terrible companies, like penny stocks most of the time. I look for overhyped penny stocks and I buy put options on them, hold them for a few weeks or a month, and try to sell them once they kind of come back down and all the hype behind them dies. That's basically my penny stock strategy. It works fairly well. There's 68. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit off here. Just took a little bit off of CGC. I'm still holding WKHS. We're gonna see if we can actually break these lows here, but it's just a small trade. We'll see if we get the breakdown. Look at AMD go though, man. That one hurts. I was really looking for AMD too, but taking profits here enables me to just be able to sit on my wins on the day.
Yeah, I got stopped out by 2 cents in AMD.
It's tough. All right, well, CGC, we'll give it, I'm going to hold a little bit to see if it breaks lows here, but I'm just going to take another half off and just hold my little 50 shares and see if it actually breaks lows here or not. Maybe I'm going to consider adding back to this one on CGC, but this enables me to just kind of focus on other stuff now. I'm still holding WKHS here with 250 shares. I've scaled out of that one some too. But WKHS is just kind of hanging out here. It hasn't moved in the last, few minutes. So maybe, let me see what I'm up. I'm up 21 bucks. Maybe I should just get out of that. All right. I got out of the last little 50 shares of AMD there. There's the breakdown I wanted, so was able to get out of this and jump out of this. So there's the breakdown I got. Or no, that's AMD on CGC. I got a breakdown. So yeah, this is the breakdown I wanted. Luckily, I was able to take advantage of it. Still holding WKHS here. I don't know what to do with WKHS. I don't know whether to just jump out now or if I should just give it some time to work. What do you guys think, team? I've been holding this one and it literally hasn't moved.
Good fades today on BBBY and MIK.
I'm just going to get out. So I got out of WKHS there. We're going to move on and look for something else. Look at OSTK for a possible VWAP bounce. But no losing trades today so far. 2 wins. Small wins, but I'll accept them. Yeah, we're mostly day traders. Like, we do options sometimes. But like I said, most of the time, guys, my option strategy is just looking for overextended penny stocks that are generally terrible companies. I shouldn't have got out of WKHS. There's the drop. But most of the time, my option strategy is just looking for overextended penny stocks that are terrible companies and buying put options on them when they're a little bit too overhyped, and then kind of holding it for a few weeks to a month and trying to let them drop a big percentage-wise. Like that's basically my option strategy. It works fairly well. And like I said, guys, we do this live for free every day, so hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We actually trade the open, showing you our account balance, our executing platform and broker, and really break it down here for you guys. So hit the subscribe button, show your support for what we're doing here, team. Netflix. What's Netflix doing? Yeah, Netflix is getting hammered too. OSTK. I was looking at a VWAP bounce for OSTK here, but it just kind of cracked underneath it. We'll wait. I haven't lost today yet, so I'm going to be a little bit more patient with the rest of these, with the rest of the trades I get into if I do get into anything else, and try to find really good setups to not give back my wins. All right, team. But yeah, I kind of missed it on WKHS. We'll see what we get, but kind of bummed out I missed that one. Only would have been up about 3 cents a share from that one, but still. Do I hold anything overnight? Sometimes. Like, I'll sometimes hold stuff overnight. It generally just depends on what the stock is doing, of course. Like, I'm mostly a day trader, and I'm usually done within the first 2 hours of the market open. Again, like, if you want to see my stats here, like, I have my stats in TraderView, and yeah, like I said, like, I day trade. I'm not an expert or a guru or anything like that. Like, I'm not selling a course or anything like that. I'm genuinely just letting people watch me day trade, but I am a profitable trader for the most part. Like I said, this account is roughly $740 into the profit, and I've been kind of growing it on stream. This is my report view. This does not include yesterday or today's trades, which were both green, and so this graph is going to be a little bit better than this actually. But this is my chart so far for the last 30 days. And like I said, most of this was done on stream. If I didn't do it on stream, I posted my entire trade log so you guys can kind of see everything I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, I've been pretty profitable for the most part. It's just, again, I'm a new trader, and I'm not a new trader, but again, I'm not an expert or a guru, and I'm generally just letting people watch me trade so they can see what it's like, learning in the process. So I've been streaming every day for years now. And so people have kind of seen me when I sucked as a trader. I was a terrible trader, and they've kind of seen me progress to be relatively profitable now. But again, it's a process, and I've kind of built my system on the stream to a certain extent so people can actually see what I'm doing and kind of the system in general. So. Hey, man, don't stress it, Andy. It happens, bro. Listen, man, trading's tough. Even good traders are going to lose sometimes. Like, this week has been great. I haven't lost this week, you know. Like, I haven't had a losing trade this week. But, you know, last week wasn't great. And the only reason I was profitable last week was because I took a lot of risks, probably unnecessarily so. And so last week was very tough, and I kind of squeaked by with a huge green trade, the biggest win I ever had. But aside from that, it was very difficult. This week so far, I haven't had a losing trade, but most weeks aren't like this. And so most weeks are very tough. No, crypto, not even close. Yeah, after fees, I've netted probably like $800 or $900. So maybe less than that. But yeah, fees aren't included. But WKHS, remember guys, I got out of this one because of the chop here. I got out right around this chop right here. And just got hit. But did get out a little bit early there. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, that's why. Like, I was a little bit late to the stream this morning because my wife actually has like an MD Anderson appointment. My wife has the BRCA2 gene, which is like a breast cancer gene, and so she found something under her armpit that she's worried about. But I think she's okay. But she's going to get that checked out to be safe. So everybody, give us happy thoughts. And, you know, good thoughts for that. Say a prayer. Give us good thoughts for that if you want. I'm pretty sure she's okay, and she's just a little paranoid, but it's always good to be safe. A nice E-Rock trader. Nice work, brother. Yeah, that VWAP projection, that last one looked really solid. I'm still kind of bummed out I didn't take WKHS. There goes OSTK. Maybe it did bounce there, team. Maybe it did bounce there. Yeah, mostly technical. And like I said, guys, if it's your first time joining us, hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. Break it down what we're doing. You know, you can see my account balance here. You can see my actual execution of my trades every time I do get into them. And I also break down where my risk and where my reward is while I get into these trades. And so if you appreciate that transparency, like I said, we're not experts or gurus here. We don't sell a course. You know, we're not trying to really sell you anything. Like, we're just genuinely just letting you watch us day trade live. And if you appreciate that, or if you want to see that, great. If not, no worries. You don't have to watch it. But like I said, we're just showing you what it's actually like day trading every day. We stream every day live, and so it's very hard for us to fake anything. And yeah, like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning. Hey, appreciate it, team. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's okay, but I definitely appreciate it. You've been helpful in helping me understand some things. You're appreciated. Hey, appreciate that. Lots of appreciation. But no, I appreciate it. Microsoft. Yeah, she'll be back. Yeah, I think they're going to do a biopsy, which is, like, very painful. And so that's what she's kind of nervous about. I don't know if anybody's ever had a biopsy, but they suck. You know, I've never had one, but from what my wife says, they suck. Microsoft actually faded really nice here. Look at this. Look at this fade right here on Microsoft. Beautiful fade. Downward move. Pull back to the VWAP. Looks really solid there for a fade.
Yeah, a little bit annoyed I didn't take MIK here, but I missed that bounce to 16, and then I only saw it when it was at 912. Looked interesting, but would have wanted it at VWAP. Missed it already.
I'm using Thinkorswim for charts, so I'm using Thinkorswim for my charts, and then I'm using TEFs, which is TradeNet, to execute my trades. But yeah, no losing trades yet. I'll see if I get into anything. I did build up a cushion. I might just kind of sit on my win, though. It's frustrating, though, because it's like these are the trades that I should be swinging for the fences with. And, of course, it's always easy to look back in hindsight and be like, yeah, on my winning trade, I should have taken larger sizing. And, of course, everybody's going to say that. But, you know, every week isn't this good for me. You know, every week isn't this good for me. And if I don't take my swings when the market is favorable for my style of trading, then in the end, it's just going to hurt me. And I have to be able to make enough to cancel out the losses I do take as well. Ah, man, that's rough, man. Appreciate that, brother. OSTK, I don't know. I was looking at OSTK for a VWAP bounce, and it did bounce there. The thing with VWAP bounces, though, guys, like, this is how I trade them, right? There's when you look at the VWAP bounce, I generally just like. Do you guys remember where I set my risk level for VWAP fades? Like, if I take a VWAP fade, do you guys remember where I set my risk level? I generally set my risk level right here, which is the opening range high. So with the VWAP fade, I set my risk level at the opening range low. So like right here, and it's the opposite for VWAP bounces. So if you get into a VWAP bounce right here, I'm generally going to set my risk level at the opening range high, so the opposite. So right here at 1130, VWAP's at 1150, reward target's at 1180, and so you got a big reward target, small risk. That's what I generally try to take. It's not quite 2 to 1. It looks like it's about a little bit over 1.5 to 1, but that's generally how I do it with OSTK. No, OSTK is a VWAP bounce, is what it was. But before when I looked at it, it had broken underneath the VWAP. I guess it just rebounded. CGC, Mitch, is right there. CGC. And this is when I traded earlier today for the fade, for the fake out fade. But CGC's up there. It's just about where risk. I guess I could use this opening range low, like I said, right here at 76, which is about 9 cents away from it right now. 9 cents, you can get a big reward target at like 40. And so your risk in this case is right here. And your reward target can be this big. So pretty large reward target as well there. That looks solid for CGC. Small risk, big reward.
There goes ETFC, the one I got squeezed out of for a couple cents also. Just break it down also.
All right, team. OSTK. We're just hanging out right now. Again, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. You know, we're just kind of hanging out. I'm going to wait for some good trades to get into if I do decide to get into this. LABU. I mean, I think we all have our own style of trading, and sometimes the stocks. I mean, it did look like a good fade. It's just about where I could have set risk. It would have been very close to stopping me out on the one fade, or on the second fade it did today for LABU. TWLO.
Oh man, shaking my head with that AMD trade.
Don't dwell on it, brother. There's lots of other stuff. It's still early.
I think it's tanking down there.
Yeah, I mean, but that one squeezed up multiple times before it did, though. So that one's tough. I mean, it would have, it squeezed up a bunch before it faded. I'm looking at CGC. Like, if CGC pulls down to 2160, I might consider shorting into it on a bounce after that. So if CGC can pull down to here, down to 2160, and then bounce back up to 65, I can risk it off of 74 there. That looks good. We'll see. I'll wait for that. What's everybody else watching? I know a few people talking about LABU. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, I mean, CGC looks like it's going to get rejected maybe and then come back down. That's what when I say I'm looking at CGC, I shorted it earlier. So I'm kind of looking at it for a short. But again, it needs to get rejected here at 75, which is also the $0.25. But it needs to get rejected at 75 and come back down to 60 and then bounce up to 65 if I'm going to take it. If it just continues to push up here, it might change trends. And I don't want to see it. If it starts to maintaining above the VWAP in like a bullish trend, I don't necessarily want to risk shorting it. What's up, Buzz? What do you think of MGM? Possible upside, it faded. Let me see. Yeah, it's tough, Fubar. It's tough, man. It really is. Like, the VWAP, like, if you're a VWAP trader, right? I do want to clarify this because some people don't understand what VWAP trading really is, right? If you're a VWAP trader, you're a trend trader. You're trading the intraday trend of a stock. Right, and so for instance, like if the stock is always above the VWAP, it's in an upward intraday trend, and shorting it above the VWAP might be kind of, it might be kind of risky. Which is that's why I kind of wait for the VWAP. I wait for it to pull back below that VWAP level and then bounce back to it, but it's still underneath it, and then short into it because then at least it's in a downward trend and it's got to break all the way over the VWAP and do a lot more stuff, right? And so when you're trading the VWAP, you're trading the trend. And if it's below the VWAP, it's in a downward intraday trend. And if it's above the VWAP, it's in an upward intraday trend. But if the stock's not necessarily picking a direction, if it's not picking a trend, it's going to be much more difficult to trade. It's going to be much more neutral and choppy. And so when you see low volume stocks and they're not really moving at all, and they're kind of going up and down, like you could short it at the top. But again, it's just going to be a lot more risky of a trade because there's no volume, and any medium-sized order can squeeze that stock up or down and cause it to just kind of go crazy. And so what we really want to do with VWAP strategies is we're going to wait for the stock to be underneath the VWAP and then confirm that trend, shorting it around the VWAP and then waiting for it to test the low of the day to follow through with that range. With that said, CGC just squeezed up, which is, again, I'm really not interested in it anymore. Unless it starts to get rejected and does a lot of other stuff, I'm just not looking at it. MGM, if it pulls up to 2680s, it looks okay. That doesn't look terrible. currently watching the inside of a fryer. Yeah, a lot of people talking about EROS. I appreciate it, Crypto. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. You know, we got 72 likes. Remember, smash that like button. Click the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. And like I said, team, like I think out of the entire YouTube world, right, we're really probably one of the only people that don't sell a course, that live stream every single day. And we live stream every day for free. And we actually show you our account balance. We show you our executing broker and platform while we're in the trades. And again, we're not selling a course. We're not, you know, like we're just letting you guys watch us for free. Yeah, there goes CGC with the squeeze up, which again is why I gave myself that level. You know, the reason this is my risk level is because this is the most obvious breakout level. And so like if it breaks this, it's going to start to break out, which is exactly what you see here. It might get rejected here though at 86. We'll see. That's right, Mateo. And like I said, like that's all we do, man. We just let people watch us for free. You know, people want to see what it's actually like to day trade. This is what it's like. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But in the end, I'm still growing this account.
Squeeze and AVYA.
Oh, I was watching that one too this morning. PBYI looks good. Yeah, that one did get squeezed up big. It's just choppy. It's just sideways. And these are the ones that are very difficult to trade. It's just sideways, choppy moves. AMD might be climbing back to the VWAP. And there goes CGC. Like I said, it might get rejected here at 86. And there it goes. But now it's starting to put in that kind of choppy sideways trend where it kind of goes over and under the VWAP, over and under the VWAP, which is never good for my style of trading. Over and under, over and under. That's what it's starting to look like now. And so trying to use the VWAP right now is just, would just not make any sense. I appreciate it, Eagles. What's up, brother? No, not really. Not really. I'm not really a fundamental trader. I'm more so a technical trader. And so depending on what the fundamental macro news on different stuff like commodities are, I'm not really super interested in it. Just because I have my own style and my style works, and so I just kind of stick with the style. You know, I think a lot of times, like here's the biggest issues with trading, team, are that some people get stuck on strategies that just don't work. And for some reason, they just kind of keep trading those strategies. And I think the best thing that you can do is genuinely look at how you've performed with those strategies over the long haul. You know, I think that's the important thing for all traders to do is generally just objectively look at how the strategies are performing. You know, like with VWAP fades, for instance, like last week, right? Last week I had a great trade, a big trade. But last week was a rough week for me, right? And even though it was profitable, if I sit there and try to act like my strategies worked really well or that my trading was great last week, even though it was a profitable week, then I'm going to be stuck reinforcing bad habits and bad strategies, right? And so the best thing I can do is say, look, I know it was still profitable last week, but did this really work? You know, or did I just kind of go crazy and take a big risk at the end and pulled myself to be green? But did it genuinely work? And I think that's something that all traders have to objectively look at and not, you know, I think it's very hard for traders to say, okay, I've been working on this strategy and I've been using this strategy for a long time. or I've been using this strategy and building this strategy for a week or two now, but does it actually work? You know, and I think that's one of the hardest parts of trading is admitting to yourself sometimes that the strategy you're using might not actually work, you know, and I think it's very tough. It takes a lot of introspection that a lot of people just don't have. And yeah, I think you got to be real about it. And that's why back testing is one of the most important parts of trading, is so you can ignore emotion and just look at the results. And you know, I think us streaming, you know, streaming every day and having all of our trades documented is a great way to review our trades as well, because everything's documented. We have everything on video. Yeah, I mean, CGC. Right, 100% E-Rock. Like, certain strategies are going to work in different markets and different sectors, right? But it's what we talked about the other day, which is that in order to be consistently profitable, you have to be trading the right strategy in the right sector at the right time, you know, while using good risk reward, limiting your trading, building solid rules for yourself, and then conditioning that entire process over and over and over again. That is what successful day trading is doing all of those things. And if just one of those things isn't there, then that might throw your entire system off. And so again, it's trading the right strategies in the right sector under the right market conditions at the right time, while calculating solid risk reward in every trade you get into, limiting your emotions, building solid rules for yourself, you know, and then conditioning all of that over and over and over again. That's what profitable trading is, and that's what it takes to be consistent. And if you can't do that, then you're not going to be consistent. And it's a process, team. It's a process that we all go through. What's up, Lucas? EROS might be breaking highs here. EROS might be breaking highs. Also, guys, remember to go check out, if you want to use the same platform that we do, great way to help support our channel. I'll post this link here. If you go through our link, you can get the intro package for, I think, $3.99, which is super cheap. If you think about what actually comes with the intro package, if you want me to break down what actually comes in the intro package, for $3.99, it comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room, a demo account to trade with for a few weeks, and then application to the funded account program, which I'm pretty sure almost everybody's approved for. Best to reach out to them and ask them. But the funded account program for $3.99 has 14,000 in buying power to trade with. So you get to trade with 14K with no PDT rule, and you can actually short stocks. So you can short anything that's tradable on there. It comes with 14,000 in buying power, and again, there's no PDT rule. There's a 70-30 split, so it operates like a prop firm. And there is a $700 max loss, but you're paying almost half that for the package itself. And I think if new traders want to get started trading for cheap without risking a ton of money, I think that's one of the best ways to do it. Because you can paper trade all you want, but it's not going to give you the same emotion as a live account. And I think that's where it really shines. I think a lot of times new traders end up saving up thousands of dollars and then losing that when they first get started, because almost everybody loses their first account. But this is just a much cheaper way. It's a way to kind of eliminate some of that risk that most traders take when they first get started. Pay $3.99, get 14K in buying power, no PDT rule, actually be able to day trade and short stocks. Most of the time new traders can't short either because they need a margin account and they need to apply for it, and they need like $2,000 and a bunch of money. And so again, it's just one of the ways that new traders can save money. Again, it comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. And so, yeah, if you want to check that out, it's a great way to help support our channel. Like I said, everything we put out here is free. Everything we do is free. And so if you want to sign up through us, you get a discount through my link. I'll post this link here. Honestly, Lucas, we tried that, man. We tried recaps, and people ended up just unsubscribing. I think recaps, I think it was too much, right? Because, you know, you get some people that join us for the live stream, and so it's like if we're recapping the same thing we do during the live stream, it just didn't work. We've tried that before. It wasn't a good ROI for the channel. so to speak.
All right, guys, got a starter put on here. ATVI. Looking to add here any pops above VWAP if it holds 5510s.
It's CFDs. But I mean, I think there's a lot of benefits to CFDs specifically. I think CFDs, like, I think that you're gonna get better fills most of the time, and you can actually short IPOs. Like, you could short Tesla, you could short some of these stocks on IPO day, and so I think that makes sense more than anything as well. How can you limit or control your emotions if you're up or down 530 seconds? Well, if then you want to scale down in size. You know, if you're up or down 500 in seconds, then you're probably using too big of sizing, man. Um, you know, like I said, I think one of the single biggest issue that new traders do is that they go way too big when they first get started, right? And a lot of it is from just kind of watching gurus and watching all the big time gurus driving their Lamborghinis, taking huge sizing, and so they say, I want to buy a Lamborghini. I'm going to take 2,000 shares. I'm going to take 1,000 shares. But like new traders, realistically, should be taking like 100 shares. And they should learn to kind of condition themselves to trade real money like that. You know, when the problem comes with they don't want to do that because they're like they need to understand it's going to take years to do this successfully, and if you go too big from the start, you're just going to lose more, you know. And so just take your time, trade small. That's my best advice. Is just trade small when you first get started. CGC put in a lower high, but again it bounced at the VWAP that time.
All right, guys, want to see it hold resistance here, 5507s.
Yeah, no stress, Lucas. No worries, brother. Like I said, I mean, I'm open to anything that people want to see, but I'm pretty sure people want to see the live stream. And if we start trading live and then taking the same thing that we already showed people in the morning and then putting another video out in the afternoon, just from the results that we had before, it just didn't work. You know. Like I said, I just look at the analytics and see what people want to see, and that was something that I guess people just didn't want. And like I said, team, like honestly, like if you want me to be real, I could probably make more money on YouTube by not live streaming. Like if I just uploaded a recap of my trades every day, I'd probably make more on YouTube. YouTube would probably pay me more, you know. But we live stream just to be transparent. Like we live stream because that's what people want to see, and that's what, you know, that's how you know we're legit. And so we just try to give the people what they want.
All right, want to see it hold up here, 5508s, maybe tap 10s, but not go above 10. Then I'll go ahead and I'll hit the ad and look for the hit down.
I appreciate it, Francis. Hey, Francis, though, if you're just now, hold on, let me write this. Appreciate that, Francis, man. But yeah, like I said, if you're just now reading that about my wife, click live on the bottom. You might be a little bit behind on the stream. You might not be actually live, so go click the live button next to the play button. E-Rock Trader says, just like a doctor, they went to school for a few years to learn their profession. Someone can't just put on a white coat and pretend they're a doctor. Exactly. You can't just jump in and pretend you're a trader just because you see gurus driving Lambos. You know? It takes time. You know, the cliche saying, of course, is you got to pay your market tuition, but that's 100% true. You have to lose, because losing is going to reinforce the necessary rules that you need for risk management. That is why you have to lose, right? If you don't tweak your strategies after you lose, then it's never going to change. Like, losing is one of the most important things for new traders, because you have to build rules around your trading. And I'm not talking about losing on paper. I'm talking about losing real money. Is one of the biggest reasons new traders grow, is because it's like, think about it like this, right? You take a big loss. It hurts. It burns when you take a big loss. You don't want to feel that burn anymore. You don't want to feel that hurt from that loss. And so what do? You build rules for yourself to make sure that burn doesn't happen again. You know, like that's why losing is important. That's why you have to lose. And if you don't do that, that's what I'm saying. Like, paper trading is great, but it's not going to be the same, because you're not going to have that burn and build rules for yourself. And so, rushing into it's the single worst thing you could do. For most people, I don't care what the gurus say. For most people, it's going to take, on average, at least a year, probably more, to learn how to do it successfully. You know, of course, that's not what the gurus are going to tell you. They're going to tell you can do it now. And the people that pay for their courses are going to tell you that, oh, you can do it quick. You can do it fast, because they're paying for their course, and it's hard for them, you know, to say, hey, you know, this is like not realistic. But again, in the end, it's just going to take time. And having super fast expectations of it is the worst thing you can do. Looks good. If you get that move up to 96, it looks like a VWAP fake out fade, and you might be able to get the ad up to 96 if it bounces up 10 cents or so here. CGC looks like a fake out fade here too. I could risk off of 79. 13. I'm thinking about shorting CGC here. We'll see. Hey, nice, Haley. Hey, congrats. Hey, appreciate it, Don. Thanks, bro. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every single weekday morning, live on YouTube. You know, we do it live every day. Like I said, I'm not trying to hate on any channel. Like, I'm just generally trying to tell traders the stuff they need to hear. And, you know, some people don't want to hear it, and that's fine. You know, but that's all we try to do here. We just tell people the stuff they need to hear. And I think if you want to trust your educator, I think you got to look at a few things. Do they live stream every day? If they live stream every day and they show you their account balance, like somebody's thought I was hating on old boy from earlier. I'm really not. If he shows his account balance, I can respect that. But again, it's all something new traders need to hear, because if they don't, then they're just going to get stuck doing the same thing and losing more money in the end. And that's never good. If you have the wrong expectations, it's never going to be good. And so trading when you're a new trader is all about having the right expectations with it. Yeah, see, there's the bounce, Mitch. I don't want to tell you too ad there, but the fake out. It's just the fake out fade is like right there at like 95 maybe, but it's up to you, brother. PBYI is getting closer to the VWAP level. Let me see if that one's tradable. I think it is. Yeah, PBYI is tradable, and it's faded. It's already faded a few times, though. I don't know. Right. It's not a bad win with 500 shares.
And just couldn't nail it, but definitely crashing down there. I had a feeling these stocks were going to be good stocks to short today.
Which one?
ETFC and AMTD. They're just crashing now versus earlier. You got caught in them early.
Yeah, I mean, EFTC, it just doesn't, for me at least, like, and Mitch and I trade a little bit differently, but for my style of trading, like, the crossing over and under the VWAP all the time, like, that just doesn't look good for me. But again, like, we have our own style, but just for my style, like, it just crosses over and under the VWAP all the time, which just means, sideways.
Both of these I got stopped out about 4 or 5 cents. AMD was about 2 cents. ETFC was about 4 cents. If not, would be looking good in both of them, but that's just how it goes.
Big question with EROS is, will it pop? Are those flippers loading up or long-term investors?
See, guys, ATVI, we're going to take some profit here, guys, but this would be the point where we would have been able to cover our red day. Take a little bit off there. Just let the rest of it work. It's not going to cover the way it's supposed to do because the risk and reward wasn't set the right way, guys. Just showed you guys how important risk and reward really is, guys. If not, then you're not going to give yourself a mathematical advantage. I killed my mathematical advantage today by taking too little sizing in this one. Just going to let the rest of the shares work.
And like I said, team, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here again. Some of the benefits of using this platform include no PDT rule with their funded account program. For $3.99, if you're approved for the funded account program, you get $14,000 in buying power to trade with, no PDT rule, and you can actually short stocks. So you can day trade and short. I think that's a pretty rare thing for new traders to get access to for less than $500. And so you could day trade and short stocks. There's also a trading course that comes with it, access to their chat room as well, and a demo account to get used to their platform and practice for a few weeks. There is a max loss of $700, so if you go under $13,300 in their 14K account, then they close you down, and there's a 70-30 split. But again, if you go through my link, you're paying $3.99 for these packages, and so the risk reward makes a ton of sense. It's almost half what you're actually getting in your max loss. And so I think it makes a lot of sense, guys. If you want to check them out, here's the link. I'll post this link here as well. Great way to help support our channel. If you sign up through us, we do make a commission from it. And so if you want to help support us, there's the link in the chat, team. But yeah, man, don't stress it. In the end, you might be down, what, a few $100, $200 this week. Small losses, man. You've bounced back a little bit on each one. So, small losses.
Yeah. Just got to stay to the right risk and reward, guys. This teaches you what we stress. The same risk and reward. Because if not, then this is what happens. Even if you do make a good trade, what is it really doing for me? It's not doing much.
I mean, I think you're just down on the day and you want to turn it into a green day. But in the end, man, I think that it's a good trade, bro. I think $100 is solid, I think that, especially with 500 shares, I think 500 shares, $100 win is solid. It's like, what, 15, 20 cents?
Yeah, that's the problem, really. The share size. That's the only problem here. The trade itself is a good trade. It's the amount of share size that I went in with it.
All right, K. Gifford, have a good day, brother. Later, man. XELA. Let's take a look. Hey, remember, team, hit that subscribe button. Watch us day trade live every day for free. Hit the subscribe button, team. Don't stress tech. But yeah, guys, Mitch and I do something that's very rare in the trading world. We day trade live for free on YouTube. And we actually show all aspects of our trading. We show ourselves getting in and out of these trades. We don't just say we're in this stock or we're in that stock. We actually show it to you. And so that's very rare. And we do it live at the open, day trading for free on YouTube. So hit the subscribe button, team. You know you want to. Even if you dislike us, we might lose. And you know you're going to be happy about that. And you don't want to miss it. So hit the subscribe button, team. I've got my football cup. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. My football cup. Yeah.
All right, guys. We got a double bottom on the market overall. Double bottom on the market there. Let's see what's going to happen if we're going to get a spring back to VWAP and push back up to 290.50s. There's a squeeze. I might have to just stop out here, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to let this become a loser.
I appreciate it, Harold. Thanks, bro. Yeah, man, we tried, brother. We tried, man.
All right, guys, gonna get squeezed out right here. Just be careful with the volume that comes in.
PCG. I was looking at CLF the other day. Yeah, CLF kind of slowed down. PCG, maybe ripping up on the upside, but we'll see.
Yeah, what I don't like is getting to the point where I'm just being hesitant here at VWAP. So
Yeah, it actually kind of looks like another view out fade up there at that 94, 95 level. So you might be good here.
yeah, I just don't know why I won't take more size. I'm just mad hesitant. It's definitely annoying. Should have already made $300 on this trade.
Yeah, 100%. We definitely get people that want us to lose. You get people here, and like I said, we make them insecure for whatever reasons, like for a number of different reasons, right? Like I said, my issue wasn't with the Chads. My issue was with the dude because like I said, just to break it down, like they all came here one day. The last time they all came here, and that's fine. Like they can come here, they can hang out. I'll let them do their whole Chad thing. I don't care. But the next day, or after they came here and the dude started streaming again, I went to his and I was like, hey man, you definitely had a bunch of people, they were repping your stream pretty hard. I wish you guys the best in the market. Good luck. Because I assumed that they weren't going to come back here. And so I was just kind of like, I wish you guys the best. Like, good luck. Good luck in the market. No hard feelings either way. Good luck in the market. And the dude got really insecure and, like, immediately banned me and got, like, really butthurt and, like, insecure about it. And so, like, that was my issue today. It's just kind of like, dude's got to be super insecure, because again, like I'm not trying to hate on anybody. I'm genuinely just like letting people be here, telling them good luck in the market. And the dude immediately bans me and just gets super insecure about it. And so it's like, all right, bro, if that's the case. And so again, it's like some people think I'm hating. In general, I'm just telling new traders what they need to hear, But yeah, 100%, we get people that hate on us. We get people that want us to lose. In the end, most of the time, haters, regardless of where they're from, right? Regardless of what they're hating on, whether they're hating on me or they're hating on somebody else, they're almost always hating on us or hating on the person because they are either mad that they didn't do what they did. They hate us because they ain't us is like accurate. They're mad that they didn't build a community or that they didn't do the YouTube thing and that they didn't build it. Or maybe they tried to build it and that theirs just wasn't as successful as ours. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is something about you makes them insecure. It's kind of what I teach my daughter about. Like something about you, like for whatever reason, maybe you have qualities that they want or maybe maybe something about you reminds them of themselves. And so regardless of something about you makes them insecure. Maybe it's the YouTube, maybe it's yourself in general. And so in the end, haters boils down to just insecurity. It just boils down to insecurity. If somebody hates on somebody like that, it's just insecurity. And I think that the people that don't really have anything else to do in their life are the ones that you generally see hating on YouTubers. Like most of the time, they just don't have much else to do, and in the end, they try to make themselves feel better, and so they kind of spew hate on YouTube, and it's just part of it. And in the end, like I said, the people that don't hate and instead just focus on themselves are going to do so much better in life than the people that just spend their time desperately criticizing other people. Because again, focusing on yourself is far more important than just being desperate to hate on somebody else. Like being desperate to hate on somebody else isn't going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel worse. Because, you're spending all that time hating on somebody. The person you're hating on is spending that time focusing on themselves. And so it's like, you can spew hate, you can be hateful on YouTube, you can go around and troll people, but in the end, you're hurting yourself and you're just showing insecurity is all it is. For which one? $300 for what? For $399, you can get the TradeNet package. You get 14K in buying power. You get, no PDT rule. You get a trading course, demo account, access to the chat room. Like I said, though, we're probably biased because we post links for them. And so if you want to check them out, I'll post that link. But do your research. We do have a good review of them if you want to check that out. Right. Oh, no, man, you're good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I even told them today, like, they can hang out here, like, no stress, like I don't mind, it's just going to help me in the long run, honestly, with the algorithm, but, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, 100% gamer, man, I've taught my daughter, like, my daughter had a bully, since we're just kind of hanging out here, I'll tell the story. My daughter had a bully at her school, right, and so for years, she was getting bullied by this little girl at her school. And so for years and years, bully. She was getting bullied, come home crying. Little girl would say mean stuff to her about, like, her weight and, like, all this messed up stuff, right? And my wife, tried to handle it and said, look, just ignore it. Tell the teacher if she's mean. Just try to ignore it. Like, act like it doesn't bother you or whatever. And it continued. It was persistent. It was just day after day consecutively. My daughter would come home saying this little girl was being mean to her. And so eventually I got frustrated with it. And I said, look, and I taught my daughter this. And I said, look, the next time this little girl goes up to you and bullies you, and you have to wait for her to actually do it. If you do it when she's not actually bullying, it's going to make you look worse. So wait for her to actually come up to you and bully you and say something very mean or messed up to you. And I said, and when she does, you tell her this. Tell her, the only reason you bully people is because you're insecure and you feel bad about yourself. And so I don't hate you. I just feel bad for you. And then walk away. And so sure enough, the next day or two, the little girl goes up to my daughter and, like, punches her in the chest or something like that. And my daughter tells her that. And the little girl starts crying and just runs away, my daughter says. And she never bullied my daughter again after that. It was done, And so in the end, you could let it keep going. But at a certain point, you got to just tell them the truth, which is that they're just insecure. You're bullying people because you feel bad about yourself. So, and that's how it went. Darren, man, we're just telling stories, bro. I mean, we're just sitting here. I'm not trading anymore. We're just kind of hanging out, bro. So I think you'll be all right, man. DPZ? Yeah, we can look at DPZ. DPZ shooting up. It's not really my style. What is this, Domino's? I didn't know Domino's had a stock. I know Pizza Hut and Papa John's did.
Yeah, Domino's is the strongest of the three.
Killing your vibe. Hey, man, we're just talking, man. We're just hanging out, bro. like I said, I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm not trading. I gotta kind of talk because I don't want to force trades right now. And if I look at stocks too much, I'm gonna force trades. And so I'm just kind of hanging out. You know. Dad goals. Hey, thanks, bro. Like I said, my wife was just like, "Hey, just ignore it. Ignore it. It'll be okay." You know. Listen, I'm not usually for that type of stuff, but it went on for years. For like years, the same little girl was picking on my daughter nonstop. And like, I'm not one of those dads. Like some parents, they'll just kind of believe their kid. Like I tried to look at maybe my daughter was doing something wrong, but in the end, I just got tired of it. You know.
I would have just said UFC.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen.
See a rear naked choke?
I mean, in the end, like I tried to tell him, I was like, look, you got to wait for her to actually do something wrong. You know what I mean? You got to wait for that kid to do something wrong. Because if you just kind of fly off the handle, that's what they want. They want you to just kind of fly off the handle at them and make you look bad. And so you tell them in a very calm way and just say, look, this is what it is. You're just insecure. Boom. That's it. Never happened again. Never happened again. It worked. You know?
That was me, except I went off the turnbuckle the next time.
Yeah, man.
And then I ended up getting in trouble.
It's part of it, bro. I don't know.
That's the story of my life.
Yeah. I mean, I had bullies growing up, you know.
Oh.
I had bullies growing up. Like it is what it is. I was like super short, right? I hit a growth spurt when I was like in like 7th grade, but I was like super short up until that point. I was like tiny.
I think I had that until I got into high school baseball, and I was the only person allowed to walk around with a bat.
Nobody's messing with you in that situation.
Yeah, I'll walk around with a bat all day long.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was funny. You know, there's those awkward years when like the girls are taller than the boys. You know. Like, my daughter's getting to that point where it's like she's taller than the little boys she has crushes on. She's, like, taller than them.
All right, guys. Just going to set a stop here. I think that's it for me. Market's coming down. We'll see if it breaks 289s. If it breaks 289s, it'll keep coming down. It's already double bottom there at that 289. I'm going to pay attention here. If it breaks 289, we should get momentum to keep going. If we get a triple bottom, it'll probably come back and start kind of giving up these gains.
Yeah, man. Just set a stop loss. I think it's the right move. All right, team.
Yeah.
We're probably going to close it down for now. Mitch is just going to set a stop loss. That's going to be it. Like I said, team, we do this live for free every weekday. So if you want to watch us day trade the Open again tomorrow, click the subscribe button. You know, we go live every single weekday morning. Last time we missed a day was over a year ago. And so come join our team, guys. Come join our channel. You know, we do this live for free every day. If you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link one more time. You can also go check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game by far. Super customizable, dynamic scanners. Allow you to do a lot of different stuff. And so I'll post this link one more time. 2 green trades for me. Solid day. Small wins, but wins nonetheless, and I'll take them. No losing trades so far for me this week. Been day trading live every day on this week, and no losing trades so far. All have been green trades, so not a bad week. Just got to scale up a little bit in sizing. Gamer says, I'm loving your stream just because of stories. Yeah, man, that's what I'm here for, bro. I tell stories, man. I got lots of stories, bro. Come join us tomorrow. I got lots of stories. But nah, team. I'll hit you guys up a little bit later. Have a good day. Good luck in the markets. Let's look at the market real quick. Market's looking a little weak today, team. A little weak, but we have, you know, kind of had some consolidation right here. You can see this range right here in the overall market. So we'll see what we get. There's the squeeze up. Actually broke that range as I said that. And again, look at the squeeze up in the market. So the market's squeezing up. We might get some bullish action here. But yeah, team, that's it for the day. Have a good day. I'll see you all a little bit later, team. Yeah, gains and losses. Like I said, I'm up $41 today. Small. There's my P&L. Here's my position list. 2 small little scalps. for wins, but not bad. I'll take it. Like I said, I haven't had a losing trade this week, so no losing trades. I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I have it. Like I said, if you look at my account's right around $740 in profit. So I'm growing it. We're pushing for that $1,000 level. I need about 260 left until I break $1,000. So that's what I'm trying to do. So later, team. Have a good day. Like I said, go check out Trade Ideas. If you use promo code BT15 at checkout, it's one of the ways we can find a lot of these big moving stocks. And so I'll post that link one more time. There's the link. You can use BT15 at checkout, get 15% off. Yeah, market just spiked, team. But yeah, that's my day for the day. $41 win. That's it. Have a good day. We'll see you all a little bit later.